Hello, this is Alexius, and welcome back to another episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. As the French in April of 1938. We have multiple invasions down at Panama, Honduras, and northeast United States. Have diverted units to those locations. Looks like we're in for a couple submarine attacks. Which, as usual, are not going to go well for the Americans. Alright, this is a bombardment fleet against another heavy cruiser, light cruiser, and destroyer. Alright, let's get the main fleet set up appropriately. All set to screen. We can leave that for the moment. We want the Magenta and the Iana in a new fleet, and then the Bjorn and Brennus in another. They're going to follow the fast battleships, bombard at the back. Actually, bombard very at the back. We'll have the heavy cruisers follow, and then the bombard follows them. Then we have our light cruiser. And then the destroyers, which we will screen. Screen properly. We'll see how that works out. Alrighty. Environmentals are fair. Nothing terrible, nothing good. We're going to come up to maximum speed. I'm going to point directly at the enemy until we see exactly which direction they're going to be facing. Okay. Let's come right 20 degrees while we're still aiming. And we'll slow down to just over 30 knots. The rest of the fleet will have some difficulty catching up with that, but that's okay. We are at 11 kilometers. There's our first hit, 14-inch main belt partial penetration. And we'll go rudder midships, just in time to steady up for the main guns. If the main guns will fire, I think they're waiting for the X and Y turrets on the back to line up before they'll fire. It's just allowing everybody else to pummel them quite firmly. Great shot. Very good aim at this point, though. Let's come right. Extensive fire. We're gonna come hard to port. And that's why new torpedoes were in our future. Sure enough, there they are. And hard to starboard with the new torpedoes. Looks like this is the destroyer we're targeting, probably. Yeah, we've seen that guy before. The 4-2 torpedo launcher. That leaves us with the light cruiser, which is over this way somewhere. Destroyers are barely any faster. They're not far away. We'll see if we can close in. They may be getting away on this one. And there we go. They were able to escape due to a much higher top speed. Not sure on their range. We did chase them down for the full time though. That'll net us some nice points. Sinking plenty of transports, losing just a few of our own. Sweden wants ships. We're not building ships for anybody. We're a heavy shipbuilding project right now. They want to just straight up buy one of our ships. Could you tell me what heavy cruiser Kleber is? I don't need to sell it. We're using our ships. Oh, I misaligned one of them. That's a little annoying. Can we still... Excellent, we can still click on La Coruña. I think Smyrna deserves 4 mine layers. We have naval invasion up this way. It's gonna be next. Nope, we got 2 more months. Panama's got 2 months. Honduras has 1. It looks like it's about to fail. And we've taken care of everything else. So we are good to go. Not going to initiate a new invasion, but we will irritate the British. We have a lot of shipbuilding capacity available. Let's call it 80,000. Go ahead and see if we can build everything. Looks like it. 14,000 to, or 16,000 to spare. Throw on 2 extra destroyers, nothing more. So I want to get a lot of the new destroyers out. There we go. We roll on into June. Looks like we finished a batch of submarines. Discovered super mine layer submarine. We just built a boatload of them. Oh well. There's one American submarine trying to disrupt the invasion, unsuccessfully. Mark 5 6-inch subs, or guns. Already moving on to the subs. 2 6-inch guns. Wow. 60 mines. Very few transports lost this turn. Failed in Honduras, not surprising. Sweden wants Hugo, Kleber. I'm sorry, Sweden. I don't want to sell to you. These are our submarines in Tobruk, attacking American transports. 4-2 sunk. And we have completed more shipyard space. We will build new transports for you, Sweden. Or ships for you, Sweden. At this point. Let's re-up on Honduras. Everything else should be fine. I don't think I'm gonna... Everything should be building now. A lot of stuff commissioning. La Coruña, 2 more months for the guide on. In Valencia, we're going to need some time. I will like to get 4 more battlecruisers since they're amazing. But we're going to have to pause all but 1, I think. No, that looks like the 2 fit. 7 months is the appropriate amount for the remaining destroyers. Yep, we are just in. United States Army Logistics still doing fantastic. How vexing. And we'll move more submarines. The question is where? Have all those ones. We might want to replace those. Two, 3, 4. Saw something about mothballed submarines. I don't want any of them mothballed. Is it because we just don't have enough crew? We're maxed out on crew, but we have done quite a few ships recently. Yeah, mothballed because of crew. We're maxed out on crew training too. Tells you how aggressive we're being. I'm not going to bother looking at enemy disposition. Doesn't really matter at the moment. We're at 76%. Worried this group's going to combine, but another 130,000 tons. And then we have Panama, which I'm not sure those guys are going to get there in time. We'll see though. Roll on into July. Ah. Advanced sonar systems 6. Excellent. A lot more transport sunk both sides. Canada signs with Britain. That makes sense. No, we don't want to build you any ships. We decided to build some battle cruisers. Army rebuffed in Chad. Failed in Panama, but we succeeded in Maine. No, I'm not selling to you. That gives the army something to work with, and none of these guys combined. That's excellent. I'm going to hold off on any tension building for the moment. What group would we like to include for now? I think our destroyers, we kind of want to hunt down any American fleets we can find. No, there's plenty out here. Sure, we'll head to the South Atlantic. Not worry about much of the rest. Meanwhile, our bombardment fleet will head down to Honduras. Should be more than enough. The battle cruisers, I'm going to seek to do some interceptions if I can. I do see a battleship up there. Let's try not to run into the minefield for now. And then we're going to start blockading where we can. And some of these are from North Africa, but they're going to stay down here for now. And we're going to have to see about getting proper invasion fleets. We have a submarine attack. Excellent. One transport sunk. That's not much. Something though. They are headed the rest of the way. Excellent. Do I want to replace our Finnish groups? Just the old mine layers. I think we will go ahead and move those. Okay. Maybe we'll see about just getting rid of them. Linden, Helsingfors. Did we get full crew for these? That was not what I wanted. Just 22 crew each. Lot in 2. We do want to build up a little bit of a reserve. There we go. These guys we will go ahead and scrap and replace with new groups. That is a coastal sub. These should all be mine layers. Perfect. We'll make sure we keep getting those out there. And we'll see if we can't intercept some of these fleets that are harassing us. Doesn't seem like the army's making much progress anywhere. Not entirely surprising. Hopefully they're being smart about it. And positioning troops in Maine to move into eastern US, because this is going to be difficult invasions to do. Two submarines attacking one of our battlecruiser fleets, to no avail. Did intercept the Bremerton. Let's keep them in groups of 4. It's just a heavy cruiser. We're going to go ahead and fall back with the destroyers. No torpedoes. Oh, I forgot we built these as hunters. They're really fast. Profile's nice too. Arrogante. I approve of the name. Enemy already in sight out at... How far is this? 30 kilometers. I can almost guarantee you she is not as fast as we are. We've got to get within 15 kilometers. You short barrel? L-38. Yep, there's our main gun range. This should not take long. How fast are the destroyers? 39 knots. Not even going to be able to keep up. And first rounds. Accuracy rapidly increasing. Now, these must be short barreled. They are firing. 15-second fire. There's our first hit. There's the return fire. hits, are there? All partial penetration. That'll change with time. Ricochet. Damage to secondary again. Nice. See that right there. Wild torpedo launch. Speaking of torpedoes, detonation. That's why I don't put a lot of torpedoes on capital ships. Not after the first 10 years or so. We should have started with HE. What's there? Got like 12 inches effective armor all around. Or more. We have the penetration, we can get through that. The angles are pretty terrible in a stern chase. And I think it's about time we switch perspective. We are closing in. I think all our secondaries, we're going to keep those at HE for sure. Have to angle out pretty far to get the rear turret involved. Not necessarily against that though. Let's go ahead and come right. We're at 100% accuracy. We really don't need to close further. We can ditch a chunk of our speed, make turns for 36 knots. Well, decide to throw torpedoes out. We have had a penetrating hit at this point. Getting the 5-inch involved. There's another penetrating hit. Didn't see where. Aft belt. Yeah, she's not doing well anymore. of fire. And she goes down to heavy flooding. Mostly in the after portion of the ship. I'll take a little bit closer look at her. But we'd managed to flood the forepeak as well. Pretty much just chewed off the entire rear half of the ship. Certainly didn't do her any favors. I think that went well overall. I mean, it was straightforward. We definitely outgunned them by a lot. Only 3 transports lost. Brazil wants a destroyer. Sure, I'll build you a destroyer. Koreans want 2. Politics-wise, we do have to make another attempt at Panama. Alright, we're at 100% for Honduras now. We'll bring in the bombardment ship next time. Bombardment ship. Actually, before we do the submarines, what ships do we have in here? We're still commissioning the Kleber and the Victor Hugo. Alright, let's get the submarines out then. And to Tolinen. Looks like we're running out of mine layers, which is fine. We're getting all those guys out there to where they should be. I don't think anything else is awaiting. So we need 40,000, 50,000 tons, almost 60,000 tons for each of these battle cruisers. Probably drop them in Valencia. I don't know, I've been dropping a lot, including submarines, into Valencia and La Coruña. We're just going to launch them. Let's drop them in Huelva, western Spain. There we go. Oh, Cadiz has a bigger port. We'll drop them there. I suppose we should... Well, we're building a bunch of destroyers. Throw those in for escorts. Should have looked for targets. We do have a few fleets that are free. We can, of course, just blockade every port we can. Wow, a lot of submarines. All of them damaged. Major fight with the St. Louis and... Oh, no, this, few different classes of ship. This ought to be interesting. Alright, our 4 battleships against their 1. Their 4 heavy cruisers against our 2. They do, just from the profiles, they do look like more modern builds. Not that that's a guarantee. The destroyers, we will have them screen. We want them to avoid. No changing, but void. Save your torpedoes, but it is weapons free. Ooh, how's the weather? It's actually fine. Why are they so slow? Maybe Reichlau should run ahead. How fast are our destroyers? Yeah, that's what we will do. Detach the Reichlau. Destroyers will screen them. Or her. And the heavy cruisers will screen the main body. How did these guys all get mixed up together? Let's go broadside for broadside. Their port to our starboard. There's their battleship and 3 heavy cruisers. Oh, initial hits. And she wants to close. Are charging ahead, and we have an all guns forward battleship. I would like to keep focused, much as I like seeing what we do to them. What range? 9 kilometers? Way too close. Oh, excellent. 2 penetrating hits though, which is always glorious. And we'll rudder our midships, just in time to steady up the main guns. That's 7 kilometers. Point blank in this age. torpedoes. Luckily, we've been maneuvering. So I think we can get away with just waiting. No, I see one kind of off to the side. Let's see if we can get this off before we have to make the harder maneuver. Alright, we'll put on torpedo avoidance for the rest of them. That's getting too close. We're on geared turbines. We can't shift speed too quickly. Woo! Counts as a hit. Proximity detonation. Want to keep the primaries on the battleship. And we'll do another swerve. Nope. One of our battleships took a hit from a torpedo. Liberté. Really haven't been paying much attention to them. They've definitely gotten separated out. Disrupted the formation because we allowed them to evade torpedoes. Oh, torpedo snuck through. Didn't see that one. I'm gonna take it too. Oh, man. Just where we don't want to as well. We are at 13 kilometers. Long Beach does have engine damage. Straight misses. I have to keep an eye out for any further torpedoes until damage control can get this better under control. Alright, guns preparing for the next round. See how Long Beach handles this. Not too bad for her. Definitely an unpleasant visit from a 14-inch shell though. secondary wise, I think we want to focus on the knight. So we'll retarget the secondaries. Check out Long Beach again. Oh, we see a new set of torpedoes. No time to wait to see effective fire. I'm going to execute an immediate turn away. Good hits, but bad angles for that armor piercing. Alright, we're definitely going slow enough for these torpedoes. Maybe fired from before our speed dropped a ton from flooding. Oh, looks like they had a malfunction. What are the battleships doing over there? I need to re-steer these guys? Cruisers over here. Man, you're getting into the thick of it. This is not a good place for you. Actions with the rest of them. And rudder amidships for the guns. I guess up to a 40% chance. Immediate right standard rudder. There we go. We got one of the light cruisers. Guns are steadying down. There we go, another good hit. Flooding. Up forward. Really need the flooding though. Getting good profile shots of them though. It'd be nice to switch to the heavy cruisers. Speaking of which, how are there heavy cruisers? 10 inches, 12 inches. Oh yeah, these are the ones we just fought. more flooding. Perfect. Let's see how Long Beach is doing. That should finish her. Flash fire. We're going to go ahead and shift targets. Looks like it'll do it automatically. Alright. That is fine. Do we want to switch to HE? Not sure. We'll leave it auto for now. Looks like the AI is going to stick with armor piercing. Nope, switch to HE. Alright, that's the secondary gun target I want. Looks like they do have torpedoes loaded. Speaking of which, we just poke holes them with armor-piercing rounds anyways. Actually, our HE has decent penetration values. Because the capped ballistic, that's why. No, the main guns are to focus on Columbus. We'll go ahead and come left. Nope, torpedoes. Hard to port. Might have been okay if we just stuck the course. Gonna take it straight in the stern. Don't see... no avoiding that. Bad angle though, which worked out for us. Both turrets. Wasn't expecting that. And rudder midships. I think that's 0 hits. Might have gotten him, actually. Might even be 4 hits. Oh, okay, yeah, nice. Armor piercing was the right choice. More torpedoes. Excellent. This looks like we can completely avoid them. I have to ease the rudder. Ease it. Come back right. We're going to take this one in the stern as well. Bad angle. Hopefully another dud. No luck this time. Definitely overcompensated that time. And now we have rudder damage. Ooh, are we going to lose it? We do have increasing flooding. Moines down. Gonna separate our other battleship fleet. They're gonna head that way. We want armor-piercing rounds. Oh, well, no, we'll leave you on auto. See if you guys can detangle yourselves. So that is confirmed. They have no torpedoes left. Nope, Knight still has torpedoes. So we're going to shift our secondary gunnery there, and we'll have primary fleet to see if they can take them out. Looks like our primaries are hard at work again. As are our damage control crews. Let's come left. I think we're going to get one hit. Flooding. Amidships. No? Nope, flooding on one of the existing compartments. Have these guys sorted themselves out yet? Almost. Heavy cruisers. Rather than screening, how about you just follow? And maybe the destroyers will eventually. You were not supposed to do that. Oh, because it's in the line and Liberté has taken damage, automatically shifted. That's okay. Did get an over-penetration. Columbus is still doing fine, though. Oh, more torpedoes. Oh, this could end us. It's too late to dodge them now. Yeah, I think we might be done. Oh, yeah, definitely. Proximity fuse on that second one. For not having a torpedo bulge, Marshall has managed to handle quite a lot. And she will slip down. Victory for the Americans. They managed to get one of her battleships through plenty of fault of my own. No breakup of our escorts. Good portion of that was definitely our own fault. Well, since we don't have good accuracy yet, I think we'll stay plugging away at our current course and speed. Actually, let's shift over. We'll see if we can finish off the destroyers as intended. Oh, now we're getting some accuracy. There they are. Is that the knight? Nope, Shubrick. Oh wow, took out the famous that easy. If that's the case, why don't try to finish off the Quincy? There is the knight. That is the one we want to finish off. Let's come port. Or actually, starboard, 5 degrees. Oh, we want all guns on night. All guns on night. Reconstitute the fleet now that it's been scattered. There we go. That'll finish off the night. Excellent hit. Double bad day for all involved. Quincy. Some new flooding. She's about done. That means we can have the destroyers go ahead and follow the cruisers. Get rid of the avoidance. How's Liberty back there? Knock that off. Alright, how does Quincy do? Almost there. Now she's done. Alright, off the starboard beam, we have the remaining heavy cruiser. Famous. No, Columbus. That's right, we saw them earlier. There's a good hit. A lot of flooding up forward. And some flooding back aft. She's done. And so it comes to be, I think we'll still take a net loss on that, despite eradicating the enemy fleet. No. We did get a battleship out of it. That's fair. Still, that could have been handled better. I think with Liberté, we should have focused on the destroyers anyways. It's not like those heavy cruisers were going to escape. And numerous torpedoes. Should have been more cautious. For sure, especially once the Liberté was by herself. We saw that, and that's how we've lost a number of capital ships this campaign. But with that, I'm going to call it to a close here. I thank you for joining me. Appreciate you staying to the end. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone.